Good day everyone. I am Joel Novalbu Jr. from BSECE 1A. In this video, I am going to explain and discuss some of the equation of implicit differentiation, higher derivatives, maxima, minima, and time rates. Here's my video challenge. Let's start first in implicit differentiation. In problem number 3, the equation is y equals x squared y plus y squared x. First step, let's multiply the equation in d over dx. We have d over dx, x squared y plus y squared x equals y. Let's use the distributive property. We have now d over dx, x squared y plus d over dx, y squared x equals d over dx times y. Let's use the product rule. The formula for product rule is d over dx uv is equals to u dv over dx plus v du over dx. The first equation we're going to use product rule is x squared y. The value of our u is equals to x squared, then our v is equals to y. When we derive this equation, we have du over dx is equals to 2x, then our dv over dx is equals to 1 dy over dx. Substitute the term. We have x squared dy over dx plus y times 2x. Let's simplify this. We have x squared dy over dx y times 2x, we have 2xy. D over dx uv is equals to u dv over dx plus v du over dx. Let's use another product rule in another equation. Our equation, second equation is d over dx y squared x. The value of our u here is y squared, then the value of our v is equals to x. When we derive this, the value of our du over dx is 2y dy over dx, then our dv over dx is 1. Substitute. We have y squared times 1 plus x 2y dy over dx. The result is y squared plus 2xy dy over dx. Combine all equation. We have x squared dy over dx 2xy plus y squared plus 2xy dy over dx equals dy over dx. Transpose the x squared dy over dx and 2xy dy over dx to the right side. Our equation now is 2xy plus y squared equals dy over dx minus x squared dy over dx minus 2xy dy over dx. Let's factor out dy over dx minus x squared dy over dx minus 2x dy over dx. The result of our equation when we factor is 2xy plus y squared equals dy over dx times 1 minus x squared minus 2xy. Let's divide both sides by 1 minus x squared minus 2xy. We have now 2xy plus y squared over 1 minus x squared minus 2xy equals dy over dx minus dy over dx 1 minus x squared minus 2xy then over 1 minus x squared minus 2xy. So cancel this. So the remaining is dy over dx 2xy plus y squared over 1 minus x squared minus 2x. So that is our final answer. Okay, so let's proceed to higher order derivatives. So we have here the equation y equals x plus 1 cube square root of 3x minus 5 or y equals x plus 1 cube 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So let's use the product rule. So the formula for product rule is d over dx uv equals udv over dx plus vdu over dx. So the value of ru is equals to x plus 1 cube, then rv is equals to 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So when we derive our u, the result is du over dx is equals to 3x plus 1 squared. Then our v is equals to, so let's use the power rule formula. So nu minus n minus 1 times du over dx. So that is why we have 1 half 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half minus 1 times 3. So let's multiply 1 half times 3, 3x minus 5 raised to negative 1 half. So we have here 1 half times 3 is equals to 3 over 2, 3x minus 5 raised to negative 1 half. So since our exponent is negative, so let's bring down to make it positive. So that is why we have 3 over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So that is the dv over dx. So substitute the equation. So we have y prime is equals to x plus 1 cube 3 over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half times 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half 3 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So let's simplify. So we have now a 3x plus 1 over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half plus 3x plus 1 squared 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So this is our first derivatives. Now let's find the second derivatives. Apply again the product rule. So we have now the value of u, which is the x plus 1 squared, then the v is 3x minus 5 raised to negative 1 half. Now when we derive our u, so we have now the du over dx 2x plus 1. So again, so let's use the power rule formula, which is nu n minus 1 times du over dx. So that is why we have negative 1 half 3x minus 5 raised to negative 1 half minus 1 times 3x. So we have negative 1 half times 3, 3x minus 5, then negative 1 half minus 1, so we have negative 3 over 2. So we have negative 1 half times 3, so we have now 3 over 2, 3x minus 5 raised to negative 3 over 2. So, since our exponent is negative, so let's bring down this to make it positive. So that is why our dv over dx is equals to 3 over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 3 over 2. So combine all the equation. So we have now the second derivatives. Y prime is equals to 3 over 2 x plus 1 cube 3 over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 3 over 2 plus 3x plus 5 raised to negative 1 half 3x plus 1 squared. So we have now, let's multiply this one and this one. So we have now 9. Then this numerator and this numerator, so we have now a 4. So our equation now is negative 9 x plus 1 over negative 4 3 x minus 5 raised to 3 over 2 plus 3 x plus 2 squared over 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half plus 3 3x 3x plus 1 squared times 1 half 3x minus 5 raised to negative 1 half plus 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half 2x plus 1. So let's simplify this equation to find our second derivatives. So after we simplify, now we can now find the second derivatives, which is the negative 9 x plus 1 over 4 3x minus 5 raised to 3 over 2 plus 3x plus 1 squared over 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half plus 3x plus 1 squared over 2 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half plus 2 3x plus 4 3x minus 5 raised to 1 half. So this is now our second derivatives. Okay, so let's proceed now to maxima and minima. So problem 607. An open-top rectangular tank with square bases is to have a volume of 10 cubic meter. The materials for its bottom is to cost 15 pesos per square meter, and that for the sides 6 pesos per square meter. Now, find the most economical dimension for the tank. So we have here the choices. A, 1.5 meter times 1.5 meter times 4.4 meter. So RB is 2 meter times 2 meter times 2.5 meter. So our letter C is 4 meter times 4 meter times 0.6 meter. So our D now is 3 meter times 3 meter times 1.1 meter. So the given is, so V is equals to 10 cubic meter. And our bottom materials is equals to 15 pesos per square meter. Then our square materials is 6 pesos per square meter. Now let's find the dimension tank. So let's see is equals to total cost. Now let's formulate. So C is equals to x squared, which is 15 is the value of our bottom materials plus 4h, xh, which is represent to our four sides, which is x is represent to the side, and h is represent to our height. Then we have times 6, which is the value of our square materials. So let's simplify. So c equals, so x squared times 15. So we have now 15x squared. Then 4xh times 6. So we have now 24xh. Now, we find now our first equation. So formula of the volume. So we have V is equals to x squared h. Since the value of V is equals to 10 cubic meter, substitute the value in the formula of the volume. So we have now 10 equals x squared h. So let's divide both sides by x. So we have now the equation here, 10 over x squared equals x squared h over x squared. So let's cancel x squared. So the remaining of our equation is equals to h equals 10 over x squared. Now we can find the value of our h, which is our second equation. So let's substitute second equation in first equation. So our first equation is c equals 15x squared plus 24xh. So let's substitute. So c equals 15x squared plus 24, since the value of our h is 10 over x squared. So let's simplify. So we have now the result. So c equals x squared minus 240x squared. So let's differentiate. So we have dc over dx equals 15 times 2, which is derivatives of 15x squared minus 240x squared. So the dc over dx, which is 15 times 2, we have now 30x minus 240x. Okay, so let's equate to 0. So we have 30x minus 240 over x squared is equals to 0. So let's transpose negative 240x squared to the right to make it positive. So we have now 30x equals 240 over x squared. So let's cross multiply. So we have now the result. So x cubed equals 240 over 30. Then let's divide it. So 240 divided 30 is equals to 8. So transform into exponential function. So we have cube root of x cubed equals cube root of 8. So cancel this 3. Then the cube root of 8 is 2. So that is why we have x equals 2. So substitute x equals 2 in the second equation. So we have now the second equation. So h equals 10 over x squared. Now let's substitute. So h equals 10, 2 squared. H equals 10 over 4. So 10 divided by 4. So we have now h equals 2.5. So thus the dimension of the tank is 2 meter times 2 meter times 2.5 meter. So that is the final answer. Okay, so let's proceed to the time rates. So problem 612. So in ECE board November 1998. So given a cone of diameter x and altitude of h, what percent is the volume of the largest cylinder which can be inscribed in the cone of the volume of the cone? So we have the choices. So A 44%, B 46%, C 56%, and D 65%. So here is the given. So capital letter R is equals to radius of the cone. Small letter r is equals to radius of the inscribed cylinder. Then capital letter H is equals to height of the cone. And small letter h is equals to height of the inscribed cylinder. So we have now the formula. So V equals pi r squared h equals to volume of the cylinder. So we have now our first equation. So we have called ratio proportion, or the ratio proportion is equals to a larger triangle is equal to the smaller triangle. So we have now um, r over h is equals to r h minus h. So because this is our height and this is our radius. So let's cross multiply. So hr, so we have here the result, hr equals r times h minus h, or hr equals rh minus rh. So let's transpose rh to the right and rh to the left. So we have now the equation. So we have rh equals rh minus hr. So let's divide both sides by r. So hr over r equals hr minus hr over r. So cancel common term, which is r. So the remaining of our equation is h equals rh minus hr over r. So we have now our second equation. So substitute second equation and first equation. So our first equation is v equals pi r squared h. So v equals pi r squared, since the value of rh is rh minus hr over r. So v equals pi r squared h pi r cubed h over r. So let's differentiate. So dv over dr is equals to pi r squared h minus pi r cubed h over r. So the derivatives of this function is 2 pi rh, then the derivatives of this function is 3 pi r squared h over r. So let's equate this to 0. So 2 pi rh minus 3 pi r squared h over r is equals to 0. So transpose this term to the left, then change the sign to positive. So we have now 2 pi rh equals 3 pi r squared h over r. So let's cross multiply. So we have now 2 pi rh equals 3 pi r squared h over r. So we have now the result. So r 2 pi rh equals to 3 pi r squared h. So let's divide both sides by pi rh. So we have r 2 pi rh equals pi rh equals to 3 pi r squared h over pi rh. So the remaining of our equation is 2r over 3 equals to r. Now, to get the value of rr, so let's divide both sides by 3. So 2, 2r over 3 equals 3r over 3. Now let's cancel 3. So the remaining of our equation is r equals 2r over 3. Now substitute r in equation 2. So our equation 2 is H equals RH minus HR over R. So H equals RH minus H, since the value of RR is 2R over 3 over R. Cancel out common term, which is 3. So the result is H equals H minus 2 over 3 H. So let's simplify that. So after we simplify this equation, so this is the result. So we have H 1 over 3H. So let's substitute R and H in V equals pi R squared H. So B cylinder is equals to pi 2R over 3 squared, and 1 over 3H, 1 over 3H. So let's simplify. So we have now the result of, after we simplify the function, I mean the equation rather. So V cylinder is equals to pi 4 over 9 R squared H over 3, since we use the um, distributive property. So our V cylinder is 4 over 27 R squared H. Since we multiply 3 times 9, so we have now 27. So let V cone volume of the cone. So V cone is equals to pi R squared H over 3, or we have now the formula. The ratio is equals to V cylinder over V cone. Now, the value of our V cylinder is pi 4 over 3 R squared H, and the value of our V cone is pi R squared H over 3. So let's reciprocate this equation. So we have now the result after we reciprocate. So pi R over 27 R squared H equals to 3 over pi R squared H. So let's simplify. So let's cancel the common term. So the ratio is equals to 3 um, 4 over 27. So distributive property, so we have 3 times 4 equals 12. Then 3 times, I know, let's multiply the numerator to 3 times 4. So our ratio is equals to 12 over 27. Now let's divide 12 divided by 27. So we have 0.44. So to get the percentage, let's multiply 0.44 times 100. So that is why we have ratio is equals to 44%. So that is our final answer. And that's all. I hope you learned something in my discussion. Thank you for watching.